So today I am continuing the saga of the chuck roast. This will be my third attempt cooking, crock potting, whatever you want to call it, a chuck roast. Here's the dilemmas that I think I'm running into. This meat, the chuck roasts that I keep using are from our own beef that we raised. Two of them were Jerseys. One of them was a Scottish Highlander. The meat of the Scottish Highlander is far superior than the meat of the Jersey. But the thing is I can't tell in the roast what is Highland and what is Jersey. And so I think that that's why I haven't been very successful with it. And that's why I'm like making it kind of like a series, because I want to get this right. I still have a bunch of chuck roast. And so today I'm going to try a couple different things. One, I typically sear it. I'm not going to sear it this time. Two, I'm going to cut it up into bigger chunks, hoping maybe it'll help tenderize it in chunks like that versus one whole roast. And then I'm actually trying, like, instead of just some beef broth and, you know, maybe a couple like onions and things like that, I'm going to actually try a recipe this time. But I'm going to try the onion gravy, a ranch dip, and it calls for, I think it was a half a cup of butter. Like literally you take a stick of butter and you put it on top. It calls for like 12 of the whole pepperoncinis. I only have the rings, and so I'm going to use whatever I have left here, about half the jar, and then a quarter cup of the juice from the pepperoncinis. So that's what I'm going to do, and then I'm just going to cook it slow for however many hours, and hopefully it will turn out this time. I'm kind of almost thinking that I did grab a Scottish Highlander roast this time. I'm not sure, so we'll see how it turns out. First, I'm just gonna onion, a cup of the juice, then half a stick of. So, update on the chuck roast. It's been like, I think 6.5 hours, and the roast is not pull apart tender, but it does have good flavor. So, I'm gonna show you a little clip of what it looks like. I'm just gonna have it with mashed potatoes and corn. It is a little more tender than the others. So for a third attempt, I wouldn't say a complete fail, but I do think it's more tender than the other ones. And it does taste good. So here's what it looks like. It doesn't look like the yummiest thing, but the meat, you know, it's soft, but it's not like it wants to just pull apart. So we'll keep trying. I am attempting to try a chuck roast once a week, or like one and a half weeks. So that way it's like I've turned it into a series. It's a challenge now. I am determined to get a really, tender chuck roast. And I have other ways that I want to try it. I want to try it in the Traeger. I want to try it on the stovetop, and I want to try it in the oven. So I'm kind of hoping that the Traeger is the best way to go, but we will see. I don't know when I'm going to try that yet, because I'm sure it'll take quite some time on the Traeger to make it tender. But anyways, that was my third attempt, and thank you for coming along with me to see the results.